Do you know that there's often a prophetic word over your life that you never paid attention to? Oftentimes, there's a prophetic word on your life that you have never paid attention to, and it's in your name. When Noah's father named him, he put a prophetic word over his life by assigning him the name Noah because the word Noah means rest. And they knew prophetically that it was going to be through Noah that the earth was going to go through a trial, but it was going to be granted rest again. Did you know that the name Abraham, before he was Abraham, his name was Abram. His name meant great father, but he was 75 and never had any children. But his father, through the agencies of heaven, I believe that even when many of us are named, that there are agencies of heaven and angels and spirit guiding our caretakers and parents to pronounce that name as a prophecy of our life. That through this same reason, Abraham's name, he was given that name because it was his destiny to become a great father. But do you know that up until the age 75, he had been called Abram all his life? People have been calling him excellent father, great father all his life, and he had no children. The Bible is replete with this. Names matter. A lot of times, the prophetic destiny and the purposes, some of the hints at the purposes over your life are hidden in your name. I started studying names a long time ago, and one of the things I learned is that in a lot of cases, people's name has a prophetic sentence in it that gives you a lot of hints about who you are, how you operate, and what you are here to do. I'm going to give you all an example. When I met my wife and then we were getting married, one day I asked the Lord, I said, what does her name mean? Because many of you will know her first name means joy, but her last name means her last name at birth means right or righteousness. It's a form of righteousness. And her middle name, without putting all her name business out, her middle name is actually the name of a river. Okay? And I asked the Lord, what does her name mean? And the Lord began to put her names together. And what the sentence that I heard is that her name is the righteousness of joy that comes from a river of creativity. A righteousness of joy that comes from a river of creativity. Now that definition was loaded for me. But what I want to say that even our names have prophetic destinies in them. I want to encourage some of you to look up your names. Look up your names. Names at birth. No, don't not Pookie and Ray Ray and anything like that. Pokey. I was in where my mom comes from. A lot of people's name was Pokey and Bubba and all of that, right? But I want to say that the Lord sowed all kind of hints into your life. But you can look at your name and oftentimes get a great bit of hints about the prophetic destiny of your life. In Abraham's case, do y'all know that his name and the prophetic destiny of his name indicated that he had a role that some of you all have? And that is to carry things further than his parents did. Sometimes a part of your destiny is to take things from the place where your parents dropped off or dropped the ball and to carry them further. Sometimes when your parents didn't defeat a certain generational curse or they didn't break a certain pattern, God has called you and sowed some of this into your name and said, yes, your parents may not have been perfect. They may have made it only to this point, but I'm calling you to take the banner and I'm calling you to take it further. Maybe there's something he called them to build. Maybe there was a business he called them to walk in or a lifestyle he called them to walk in. Maybe you're the first one to have a consistent prayer and word life. And he's saying they were supposed to take that and establish something new. And he's saying it's your destiny to be in my word, be in my face and be in my prayer so that those who are coming after you or those whose lives you touch will be impacted. Okay? So also, I want y'all to just look at the name because your name, someone's been calling your name all your life. Do y'all know when they called Gideon's name, whether he knew it or not, they were calling him a mighty warrior, a mighty man of valor. Do y'all know that when they were calling Abraham's name and people were calling him, that they were saying, "You are a great father, you are a great father." They were repeating the prophecy over his life. When people were looking to Noah, he was reminded by the calling of that name, no matter whether he was aware of it or not all his life, they were saying, "Rest. Rest is coming to the earth. You're going to provide rest. Hey, rest, come here. Can I borrow some sugar? Hey, rest, can I borrow some kindling wood?" They were calling a prophetic destiny over his life. So I wanted to say another thing is, look at your name. Sometimes your name has prophetic hints in it that is telling you what you're supposed to pick up and embody in your life. So I want to just go over these